Welcome to it. 9 o'clock is your time. We start off with this. What started as refugees looking for a way out of South Africa has descended into chaos. Refugees at the Central Methodist Church in Cape Town are now divided into factions, with either side accusing the other of taking control. Our reporter Aisha Ismail joins me now from Green Market Square in Cape Town. Aisha, we speak about the impact that actually having the refugees at the Central Methodist Church has actually had not only on the society, but really another element to it is the effect that it's had on local business.
That is correct, Faith. I spoke to some businesses on Green Market Square earlier, and they were saying that because it's the festive season, they normally get record numbers of people coming and buy curios, coming to buy clothes and gifts, and just coming to visit the vibrant Green Market Square. But since the refugees, as they say, since they've been staying at the Central Methodist Church, they've actually chased away businesses, and they're not making the money that they used to make previous years. And I'm also now at a boutique hotel called 40 on Berg, and the hotel is actually attached to the Central Methodist Church. And I spoke to the general manager, and she was saying that they have actually lost a business. People do not feel safe to come to this hotel anymore, and she's also been receiving threats from some of the people staying around here. Ma'am, when you talked to me earlier, you were quite upset about the situation, and you were saying that you're wanting the authorities to try and sort this out as soon as possible.
Indeed. It is. I have sympathy for the refugees. I understand their plight. My responsibility would be the staff and this hotel, and it's a new hotel, only been open a year. The staff have been working really, really hard to get our reviews up, to get a reputation out there, and they are frustrated and they are scared because they get threats as they come to work of rape and death and we'll eat you alive and that kind of thing. But it's also losing our reputation, because people staying here, their reviews coming in is actually not positive because they're faced with this. It's not looking like the Cape Town that they thought they would see. So it's harming our reputation, and that in the end is also harming our income because people won't book now. So we're losing that this income, but we're also losing future revenue. So people won't come back, and we also lost group bookings, which should be covering us for 2 years, and they withdrew and saying if our local government and our national government cannot solve this, then they feel that they can't stay here. If anything else happens, it also won't be solved. So long term, this is harming us financially, our image, and it's harming Cape Town's image, I think, because the government is showing ineffectual reaction to this. They're not doing anything.
We were talking about the health issue right next door at the church, the fact that people are urinating and defecating on the pavements. I'm sure that that's not something that your guests would want to see.
It is not even that. As we're holding food permits and liquor licenses, etc., and that is based on a certain standard of hygiene. And we have, of course, outside, there's all kinds of things living in a city, but, cockroaches and rats, etc., but the city can't clean the streets like they used to. So we are battling from inside to try to keep that clean and hygienic. And it's a overwhelming smell that's now, hanging in the air. And it is disturbing for guests to see children urinating against car tires right outside of our hotel. It's really looking like a third world country, and the guests are experiencing that too, and it's not good.
But you did say to me earlier that some of the refugees did come and apologize for their bad behavior.
Yes, we have had death threats and threats of rape and all kinds of things. And when the tension started brewing between the two leaders and the two groups, some of the guys that made the threats against us and screaming and etc. Came to me to say that they were told by the previous leader to do this and to threaten us and to make us uncomfortable. And they all apologized. They apologized for doing that, which again, I accept and I understand. They've been on the street now for 3 months. There's very little left of them, when it comes to patience and that. So I appreciate that they actually did come to apologize. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am.